And also, the password, really important, guys. The password is Taco Bell. And also, I completely disagree with Dark Souls 1 style Poise. The minute they do that, the meta will change from Dark Sword spam and S-Stock spam to Turtle Up until Poise Backstab. It'll be Poise Backstab meta once again. And I don't want that to happen. There's already Backstab priority in this game, which is super remnant. Anyone that's played Dark Souls 1 PvP at a not even high level, like mediocre, median level, you know, knows about BS priority and how that works. So that's already, you can already get super janky backstabs in this game. It's not as easy as the first one, granted, but it's definitely there. So if they add Poise on top of it, it's gonna be the same, like, you know, 61. Well, Dark Souls 1, like 61 Poise stack, backstab, counter backstab, and then the counter to the counter backstab is backstab escape, and then the counter to the backstab escape is backstab pivot, and it just, I mean, it's cool. Like, that's its own meta, and it's deep and meaty. I mean, granted, it's all based around one mechanic, the backstab, so that's kind of but still, at least around that one mechanic, there's, like, you know, deep and meaty back and forth and spacing and whatnot. But I would never want that to be a thing again. I much prefer where the spacing isn't about BS mind games, but it's actually the spacing of the weapons. Like, that's way better. Way, way better. Like, look at and I hate to use this example because not a lot of people from the Souls community can relate, but some can. Look at any fighting game, right? The only times where moves have armor, which is the same thing as poise or hyper armor, is when it's like a really slow character like the Hulk in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or Zangief in Street Fighter 5. Like, the moves that have poise, aka armor, are relegated to really slow moves that are easily, like, baited out and punished. You know? So it's just gonna be poise stack instead of like, because right now you can I'm not saying it's easy, don't get me wrong. Please let me know who you are, Heretic. I'm gonna summon you, but let me know who you are. I'm not saying it's easy, but right now you can poise through a Katana R1 or a S-Stock or a Dark Sword R1 with an Ultra Great Sword and trade their one hit with two of yours, therefore greatly out damaging them. Like, you can do that. Is it easy? No, but that's where the skill comes in, right? The player skill comes in. If you add poise to it, it's gonna be, you know, 2 hits for the Dark Sword compared to 1 hit from your weapon, your Great Sword, and then they're going to be able to roll out. So not only do they win the trade, but they don't get stun locked. You know? So I don't know if how much of it makes sense to you guys or it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you know, be all like mega elitist about it. Like, by all means, feel free to have your own opinions and stuff, but okay, anyways, that's an old, fairly broken, and to be quite honest, compared to Dark Souls 3, it's all the Dark Souls 1 players have moved on. So I'm not saying that we won't go back. I'm not saying I won't go back, but for the time being, I'm really enjoying this game. I like it a lot. It's fun. So yeah. Anyways, so